Because the Big Boss, as a reality show, it is the biggest investment of any channel, whoever's working with it. It's a very huge investment. So it is not just a reality show that you are being a part of. It's a very, very big investment and the biggest show on a smaller screen. Very big show. Earlier, when I did Prema Kadambari, it was a very tiny one for a very tiny screen. Today, this is the biggest show on that screen. Biggest.
What has Big Boss taught you about yourself as a performer? Because there's a bit of performance going on there that the movies have not taught you.
No, Big Boss never taught me anything to do with movies. Big Boss just taught me patience.
Patience?
Yeah, it gave me abundance of patience. Probably not that I never had, but it kind of built such a Burj Khalifa of patience, that, when somebody's talking to me, I can actually sit quiet and listen to you for hours. And then, okay. Then I'll decide whether to answer you. I don't need to answer you. Earlier, maybe it was not that. I would probably look at you and say, I think, yeah, I got your point. Now, what are you exactly trying to tell me? Today, I listen to you. So I guess trying to understand personalities and trying to understand, see, each one have their own way to talk. Big Boss gives you all those provisions and accessibility to such personalities. You learn to deal with people. So the people we meet on sets are no different than the people we interact there, or maybe even worse. But that gives an insight and also kind of, creates an atmosphere around you that you learn, tunes you to the core that you're a beautiful instrument by the time you come back to your own profession. You're a beautifully tuned instrument.
It's a great line, yeah.
It's a very beautifully tuned instrument and you are ready. Come on, throw it upon me. I'm okay with it.
The reason I asked is because in a film, despite the fact that you might go on a set and improvise, there is something that you fall back on because there's a script. And so, yeah, so there's always going to be the comfort that, but this is live and there is an element of, okay, maybe not live technically,
it is
but
live. It is live.
It is
I'll tell
live.
you how. So the moment action happens and you say, let me get into the house, I'm live with my contestants.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
There are no retakes. You should understand they shouldn't know, or you shouldn't give them a feeling that you don't know. For that, I need to see everything. I need to know everything. I need to listen to everything, and nothing can be scripted. Because as and when I'm talking to you, sir, how can you say my answer is scripted?
Yeah.
My answer depends totally on what you're asking me. Don't you think the same thing happens in Big Boss?
That's what I'm saying.
So this has got nothing to do with cinema. But this has got something to do with your personality. If you are not a personality of that sort, that you have spontaneity, you have an instinct that works right, you have a control over what you speak and your vocabulary, and you're probably insight into life, you cannot handle Big Boss. Big Boss can be conducted by only those who are feared and who are respected. One of the two has to work. For the contestants inside, either they should respect you to the core or they should fear you, sir. Otherwise, this show cannot be hosted.
Because...
And your spontaneity, the ability to make them laugh, the ability to calm them down. In Karnataka, when Big Boss Saturday, Sunday comes, they sit with such divine look. They have so much of attachment. People in Karnataka believe it belongs to them.